Hello. Hello. Streamu Timu. I'm just going to watch this video, and then I'm gonna review some reviewskis and brewskis. Got two new brewskis to reviewski. Gonna reviewski them. Gonna introduce you to my favorite cocktail recipe as well. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to view my newest recipe, my brand new creation. It's a brand new cocktail only I know of. It's called spicy beer. I'm gonna teach you how to make a spicy beer. Oh, does it just auto use that? I used that thumbnail once a really long time ago, and it just now sets it as the default thumbnail for all my streams. So I'm gonna change that because it's not really appropriate. I'm gonna change it to Benadryl for dogs. There we go. That is a far more appropriate one. Alright, now that there's people here, let me review skis and brewskis. So, mates, today we're going to be review skiing. Bear in mind, I know nothing about beer, so you're not going to get nothing pretentious from me. I'm going to be reviewing this Punk IPA. Both of these beers I've had before, by the way. I'm going to be reviewing this Punk IPA by the company Brewdog, who make a lot of like IPA type hipster beers, but actually they're not, like, they're actually owned by like some massive beer company. I forgot who. It might say somewhere. No, it doesn't say it. Maybe it says somewhere, but I can't be bothered to look much closer. Canada, beer, Australia, whatever. Anyway, that's the Punk IPA is one thing I'm going to be reviewing. I'll give you a preview of that review. I don't really like it that much. And then we got this Hoegaarden. And this is actually one of my favorite beers, Hoegaarden. It's a wheat beer with coriander and orange peel, a Witbier in German, and it's actually Belgian, which is my favorite type of beer. I have come to discover Belgian beers, delicious. I love this Hoegaarden shit. So without further ado, I'm going to open these buddies up. I'll start with the Punk IPA, and I will also teach you how to make a my top secret cocktail recipe, the spicy beer. So these have been in the fridge, so they're nice and cold. Let's dig in. By the way, I'm pairing this with a lovely vape of Just Juice lemonade. We have this vintage blend of Just Juice lemonade. Wheats are good with pizza. I actually just ate a pizza earlier today. And a burger. I've eaten like shit today. All I've eaten today is a Five Guys burger and a spicy Italian sausage pizza, both of which were fucking delicious. So there you go. Let's try this Punk IPA. Maybe I've changed my mind on it since the last time I tried it was quite a while ago. Let's go. I think I've changed my mind on it, you know. That's quite nice. That's not bad at all. Yeah. Never mind. Wow. That is not. That was completely unexpected. I remembered not liking it very much last time I tried it. But that was like 3 years ago. 2 years ago, maybe. Huh. That is not that. It's quite bitter. You know, it tastes like an IPA, really. It doesn't taste like anything crazy. It's not as powerful as. Like, some IPAs are really. I don't know what the word is. But very, like bitter, kind of. This isn't that bitter. It's bitter, for sure. Much more bitter than most beers, but it's not crazy. Punk IPA. Our flagship IPA is a post-punk apocalyptic ale. This light golden classic has been subverted with New World hops, creating a devastating explosion of flavor. Bursts of caramel, incendiary tropical fruits, and an all-out riot of grapefruit, pineapple, and tai chi precede a spiky, bitter finish. I disagree with almost everything about that. I hate beer advertising bullshit. But I do taste, like something grapefruity. That's not made up bullshit. I taste a bit of grapefruit. I'm not gonna eat anything with those beers, because I already ate today. 2 meals is as much as I eat. I eat a lot for me, actually. Marker's Mark is the only semi-decent bourbon. Still bad. Interesting. I don't know what that is. I hope the audio isn't too bad, by the way. You know, this is not really my kind of beer, and let me tell you why. Because I would only want to drink 2 of these in a night. That's why it's not my kind of beer. This is not a beer you can drink 20 of and enjoy it the whole time. This is a beer you drink like 1 or 2 of, and you're like, that was nice. Maybe with a meal, that sort of thing. LV, you should know this about Star. You've talked to them many times. I never said I never had bourbon. I've had plenty of bourbon. Bourbon? I never know how to pronounce it. Not any good bourbon. Not any good ones, but I've had it before. My mustache is getting a little annoying. It starts dipping in my mouth. It's not cooperating. I should maybe trim it or something. Maybe I should just shave. It's getting a little ridiculous. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it at that and come back to that beer when it's probably gonna be flat and shit, but whatever. Because now we're gonna take a look at this, the Hoegaarden. And one of the cool things about this beer, which doesn't show up in this camera very well, but maybe if I hold it up to the light, it's cloudy. Can you see that? It's cloudy. That's not the bottle. That's not chemical condensation. It's actually cloudy. It even has this as a marketing thing. It says at the bottom, naturally cloudy. Well, Star has a YouTube channel, which you're looking at right now. So you could easily just click Star's YouTube channel and see their face. Yeah, let's drink this. Oh, this is nice and cold. Oh man, that's delicious. I love this beer. This is probably my favorite beer. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Oh, I should mention, this Punk IPA is 5.6% volume. And this is 4.9% volume. we got this cool little. You can tell, like this. Firstly, I have a problem with anyone calling a product punk. Like this, I just have as someone who was very into punk for a while. I have a problem with that. Is this embossed? Because that would really annoy me. I think it may well be, or it's just textured in some way. No, it is actually embossed. Somehow, I think, I don't know how they've done this, but the actual writing is very subtly embossed. Strange. But yeah, this design, I do not like this graphic design. Firstly, the fact that it's sideways, stupid idea. Who came up with that? That's ridiculous. The Brewdog logo looks like shit. This, like, stripy bullshit is stupid. The font is bad. Everything about this is bad. The color blue is annoying. This is just an awful design. Whereas this, it perfectly expresses everything that it is. It's a garden full of hoes, right? That's what matters. Oh, dadgum too, the recoil is here. These ones are broken. But I didn't have anywhere else to put them. This beer's very smooth. It's like a savory, quite savory, almost umami. It's almost umami. You can definitely, like, it has that wheat beer wheatiness to it. I'm terrible at review. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about with beers. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, but whatever. It's not too. It's quite subtly carbonated. It's not very fizzy, which is something that I really dislike about some beers. They're way too fizzy. This one, this is definitely much fizzier, but it's still not that fizzy. Like, I've had beers that are just way too fizzy. Like, for example, Lef, which is one that I have quite often, is quite a nice beer, but it's also way too fizzy. This one, not too fizzy at all. The perfect level of fizz, just enough to. You really can't see this on the camera, but if you compare, like, look at this foam at the top, all the bubbles are really tiny, tiny bubbles. So you get like a really nice, like tongue tickling, but it's not overwhelming. Apparently, it's pronounced as Hoo Garden, not Ho Garden. That would make a lot of sense. But I'm gonna keep calling it Ho Garden. I like this. Everything about this bowl is well designed. It's got this little indent, which means that you can see it on the shelf from far away. Got a hair in my mouth. But also gives you a natural place to hold it from. Gives you a natural gripping point if you wanna do it like fucking whatever his name is. You can do that. Whereas this is just pretty plain and boring. Nothing interesting about this bottle shape. Makes a good sound though, makes a good sound. Let's try this one. Also makes a pretty good sound. What's your opinion on stouts / English brown / red ales? I don't know if I've ever had any of those. I'm not very well experienced beer drinker. I mean, I basically just drink like whatever's. Generally, what I drink is whatever's got the best alcohol percentage to price range. Which means I drink a lot of cider actually, or I used to. I don't drink much cider these days. I should get back into cider. That was fun. But now I'm going to show you how to make my favorite cocktail. Are you guys ready? It's a very complicated cocktail, so you might want to get your pens out because it requires a lot of ingredients. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the ingredient one you're gonna need is firstly you're gonna need a half drunk bottle of beer, right? Which we have 2 of here, and I'll use this one as the example. I'll just put it over here. So you'll need a half drunk bottle of beer, or at least like a partially drunk bottle of beer. And the second ingredient you're gonna need is a nice bottle of Chekhov vodka, and this is how you make the cocktail. There you go. You have now created a spicy beer. You have now created a spicy beer. Welcome to the wonderful world of cocktails. Now the best thing about this cocktail is it tastes awful. It does not taste good, but it tastes just okay enough that you won't mind drinking it. So there you go. Tell me what your thoughts are. I don't even understand what's going on in the chat right now. I feel like I'm missing things, but I'm not missing things. It's because there's a lot of lag. Cocktails are gay, I understand that, but you didn't see the cocktail yet when you wrote that, so there you go. Then Dadgun to the Recoil writes, I always have my penis out. Then this livestream would definitely concern our parents. And then Piss Beer. So I honestly not sure what's going on here. There you have it. The lag is so much that if you're asking me a question about something I just said, that's probably like a couple minutes in the past right now, so you should probably specify what you're asking about. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn my VPN off and can't be bothered to stop and restart the stream. Since I am of Slavic origin, I'm okay. Chaos magic, indeed. Chaos magic, indeed. I am behind 9001 Opties. It's true. It's actually true. You can't prove I'm not. Google censored your misogyn. I don't understand. Do you remember when I was talking about making a forum? I found someone who made a forum, and I'd need to get into that. Kefi forum, if you know that, you probably don't. VPNs are a scam, by the way, bitch. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're retarded. In what universe are VPNs a scam? I know what you mean. Oh, I watched the Tom Scott video. I watched the Tom Scott video about NordVPN and now I'm an expert. Bitch, you don't know shit. Even in the Tom Scott video, he says, do you want to make it so your ISP can't see your browsing habits? And that's exactly why I have a VPN. Because in the UK, the ISPs and governments together, they're saying there's no laws. Firstly, there's no laws saying ISPs can't sell your data to anyone, basically. So whether that be governments, foreign or domestic, companies, whatever, there's no laws against it in the UK. There's also no net neutrality laws in the UK. So if there's a website they don't like, they can just throw it to a crawl. For example, that of a competitor or something like that. So that's why I use a VPN. Just encrypt everything, use Tails. Everything on the internet in general, like 90% of things are already encrypted. HTTPS is like standard now. So yeah. Tails is a bit overkill for like a casual computer. You don't really need to use Tails for your day-to-day activities. I don't think anyone really. I don't think there's really any use case to where you would want to use Tails only. Wow, dadgum to the recoil. You're so smart. You're so knowledgeable. There's no way I could have known that already. Wow, no one's ever thought of that before. No one's ever thought of that before. Oh, I played a Virtual Boy once. The problem is, there's one third party that gives me no reason to trust them, which is my ISP, and there's another third party that does its best to earn my trust and is relatively transparent, which is my VPN provider, which I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you it's not Nord or any of the ones that are popular on YouTube ones. I spent a lot of time researching VPNs and comparing them, looking at their track records, all that sort of shit. So I'm relatively confident in my VPN, but I know, because this is not my first rodeo, I know the VPNs are not a magic bullet, just like Tor is not a magic bullet, PGP is not a magic bullet, right? None of this is a magic bullet. Okay? All I'm trying to... You're dumb. You're dumb, son. You're dumb, dad. You're dumb, dad. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know why I'm doing anything. You just decided to be edgy. For example, one of them people that is like, no, net neutrality, good actually, bad actually, net neutrality bad actually. Did you know net neutrality wasn't even a thing before 2005? Yeah, I do know that, because that's when ISPs started throttling things, and so the US government was like, you guys should probably stop doing that, we're going to make a law about it. But we never had net neutrality, so it doesn't even matter. Really, the internet, I've basically changed my views of, I thought the internet was like some emancipatory thing, but I've changed my mind. I think it's basically a lost cause, or I don't know. I have complicated views that I should probably solidify more and then make a whole video about. Moss 2 confirmed, guys. Moss 2 confirmed. I'm not even that concerned with net neutrality, guys. Dad gun brought it up, or no, I brought it up. Fuck, I brought it up. But I don't really care that much about net neutrality. I just happen to be mentioning it. I don't 100% disagree. I mean, I don't 100% agree with that. I like YouTube, for example. Well, I don't really like YouTube as a website, but I like the stuff. I like some stuff on YouTube. I know, but like, I don't know what. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know everything about YouTube or whatever, or the internet. How to fix the internet. I won't pretend. Remember to drink water, folks. Jalen's here. Net neutrality is to protect massive media sites hold on the web. I don't know how that makes any sense, but sure. And I don't think net neutrality is like something against. Wait. I don't understand how that makes any sense. What? How does that make any sense? I'm genuinely trying to figure this out. Okay, so without net neutrality, ISPs could charge websites to pay to not be throttled. So only big companies would be able to afford that. Right? That's just logic. Whereas with net neutrality, how does that help big companies? I guess they don't have to pay, but then also no one has to pay. So it just affects everyone equally. Luke Smith is a fucking... Are you serious? Are you seriously gonna come to my stream and act as if Luke Smith is a righteous source? Bro, have you seen any of his videos? Firstly, he's an Anprim who's obsessed with cryptocurrency. It doesn't make any sense. I like his tutorials about how to like use i3. They're fine. I used his tutorials when I was learning how to rice my old Linux laptop and install certain stuff, right? Whatever. He's not a terrible person when it comes to technical knowledge and tutorials and shit, but his opinion pieces are 99% garbage, okay? He's literally a G meme. Come on, mate. You're better than this, Dadgun 2 the recoil. You're better than this. But I don't disagree that P2P and altnets are good. But I also get very paranoid about using that sort of thing because of, well, there's no precedent for it. But technically, if one person uploads, the classic dilemma, I support them all. I just want to clarify that I do support P2P systems and altnets pretty damn explicitly. I think I've always been pro this. I've been shelling IPFS for a while, for example, Batman Protocol for a while. I've been looking into meshnets for a while. All this, obviously, you should assume I'm pro this. I've talked about it many times, right? But the problem is there's this and zero net. Although zero net's fine. Zero net's workable for now. Uh, there is of course the problem of like if you want a decentralized shared network like zero net for example, and one person uploads CP to somewhere, then technically that could end up on your computer, and then in a theoretical case, that could be you could get arrested for it or something like that, right? I think that wouldn't hold any water in court. Like in my opinion, I don't think that would like I don't think anyone could possibly prosecute you for that. Like I think you could like there's no way you can determine beyond a reasonable doubt that you like explicitly weren't searching for that, you know. So that's just always been a little bit like in the back of my mind with regards to that sort of shit. Also, they're really slow, like they're really slow, and there's like 50 million of them, and like none of them are that great right now. So like we're still waiting. Mesh networks are the best of all the possible options, but the problem is they're really like it's not like a mesh network is not like something like IPFS or ZeroNet or BAT protocol. I mean DAT protocol, like that sort of thing where you could just sort of like install an app or it's like something that no one will understand with an app. Like the mesh networks are like a lot of infrastructure that needs to be actually built and like time needs to be put into maintaining. And when you have that, you also have to put your faith in every single person who maintains that sort of thing, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm also it's always struck me as kind of odd how um like these sorts of things like this is like objectively a collectivist ideal, right? Like this is a horizontal organization of the web, and yet a lot of people who seem to be arguing for these things are like right wing, like libertarians or even whatever. It doesn't make like that's always confused me. I don't know why. Just seems a little bit of double think there. But yeah, I mean I've as I said I've been explicitly pro P2P stuff like that, decentralized stuff like that for years by this point, right? And I'm surprised you didn't know that. Oh, Yoshika Miyako Red is here. Hello. I think I scared off Dadgun 2 the recoil with my long ramblings about mesh networks. Stay hydrated, folks. Exactly. Do drugs, read manga, drop out. How's it going? Um, whew. Well, for those who just joined the stream, I was reviewing these two beers, the Punk IPA and what was it, Who Garden? And then it's showing you how to make a cocktail, and that cocktail is just taking your beer and pouring vodka into it, because beer doesn't do anything. And now I'm just sitting here, you know, doing what I gotta do, you know. Yeah, sadly, this is my first week back after a long break, long winter break. Now I'm back. It sucks. It's awful, and I hate it. But now I got 4 days off, which is quite nice. That's it. Yeah, I know you did. You also a normie, so you don't really need alcohol that much. Why am I a normie? You literally have GF, bro. I don't even know. Oh, is that me? Am I Distortion Lord? I don't even know. Firstly, you're using the word M9 like it's 2014, which already makes me think you're pretty Reddit. I love making fun of people for being Reddit because like it literally is a nonsense insult that like is impossible to logically work your way out of. Like you can't be like I'm not a normie because the more you say that, the more it like digs you into the hole. It's basically the ultimate insult because it's completely subjective. It's great. It's like posting this if you ever in an argument, right? All you have to do is post this image, right? Let me find it. It's probably in this folder. All you have to do is post this image, right? Next door. This image, and then no, you can't, and then repeat the other person's argument, All you have to do is post that image and repeat the other person's argument. Ironically, there's no counter for that on internet arguments, because there is anything you say just makes you look more Reddit. It's the ultimate attack because it's completely meaningless. Almost everyone uses Reddit at least once in their life, and I'm pretty sure none of us here are like maybe Dadgun 2, the recoil. But other than that, I don't think any of us are like regularly use Reddit that much. So it's kind of nonsense. It's kind of nonsense, and that's why it's funny. I had video ideas, but I decided not to make any of them. They all seemed not very good. Oh shit. Gimme. Dadgun, you're literally retarded. I don't know how. I've already explained to you exactly my exact threat model, why I use a VPN to counter that threat model as one part of a larger general security mindset and privacy mindset. Right? I've already explained this to you. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I do tone things and pirate things, so that's another reason I use VPN. Why are my videos so damn long? So normies don't watch them. Oh shit, Install Gentoo is here. Hello, Install Gentoo. Can you install Gentoo on my computer for me? Do you think Star is a normie or no? I have mixed feelings. It doesn't really matter. I don't really know. What the fuck is the point of using... whatever. No, I was just kidding. I'm gonna install... Firstly, I'm gonna install Arch, not Gentoo. And secondly, I want to do it myself so that I can learn about how computers exist. I might install Gentoo. I was considering it for a long time. I'm still considering it. But Arch seems the more reasonable choice for a relative noob such as myself. who has used Linux before for a long time, but is still like I don't not fluent, shall we say, not fluent. Yeah, but the reason I wanted to install Gentoo is not necessarily for any crazy things. Just well, two reasons mainly. Firstly, I want an OS that's like very lightweight with only the stuff that I know I would need, which is Arch is also a legitimate option for that. So Gentoo doesn't particularly provide any more options. Well, a little, but not that much. And the second reason is because I want to do a full manual install like you have to do with Gentoo, so that I can teach myself how Linux works. Partly for that, in fact, I was, at one point I was even thinking of doing Linux from scratch, but then I thought that was actually like a little too much of a time investment. Like I feel like that's like that's a little much. It does seem fun. Like I one day I want to do Linux from scratch. It does look fun. Well, fun is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence, but yeah, it looks interesting. But definitely, I need to learn more before I dive right into the deep end like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be using Arch soon enough. As soon as, well, I'd say probably in like a month's time, I'll probably have switched to Arch. Taking the system dick. I mean, I understand the criticisms of system D. Isn't there's an Arch distro that doesn't use system D, isn't there? Isn't it Manjaro? Like an Arch based? I don't remember which one that is. It might be Manjaro, the system D-less. I'm not that knowledgeable about this stuff, as I said. I'm still I don't remember. Also, I'm not a massive fan of System D, but it's not like it doesn't kill it for me. It doesn't mean it's not an option at all. Didn't you go to a nightclub, you know me? Are you talking about me? I worked at a nightclub. I didn't go to a nightclub. I worked at, well, it was more like a bar. I guess it was a nightclub. But yeah, I just worked at the bar behind a nightclub, yeah. Behind? I mean in. Are you alone? That's a creepy fucking question to ask. Gave up halfway through LFS, I know that I feel. Yeah. Calling things normie is Reddit. Calling things Reddit is normie. Gentoo is a bit faster than Arch on my X200. Using super aggressive compilation flags, I give it that. Parabola, that's the one I was thinking of. Parabola, yes. I really need to become a Linux user again. Do it. Do it. Wait, please don't tell. Please. Wait, hold on a minute. Stop. Please tell me you're not using. Wait, stop. Please tell me you're not using Tor on a Windows computer. Please tell me you're not doing that. Well, then you are a Linux user. I know what you're talking about. Anyway. I just wanted to finish this beer before I stopped streaming, but I've been drinking very slowly. Did I finish this? Am I blind? Where the fuck is the water line? I can see. It's very hard to see through the label. Hmm. Alright, see ya. I'm out. Bye.